Why is 9/11 truth so important? It is the pretext for the wars, the destruction of the Bill of Rights and Constitution. It is the pretext for the dismantling of our republic. And I've got the head of Homeland Security, Napolitano, saying another 9/11 is coming. So they're out there hyping that, and they've got to take your rights, take your freedoms, and enslave you to keep you safe from the Muslims. Meanwhile, they do everything they can to stir up the Muslims by invading their countries, lying about WMDs. And the Pentagon knows this is stirring them up. You, the citizen of this nation, you are the target. The West is the target of the New World Order. And that's why it's so exciting what Richard Gage is doing. Richard, more dealing with the press conference at the National Press Club. I would imagine the people that really carried out these attacks are starting to really get concerned.
I hope so. They should be. Americans are waking up. It's a whole different story now, thanks to you, your listeners who are out there in the streets raising awareness. On the 11th of every month, the people are giving away DVDs. The people who are accepting these or are being confronted with this information in the streets are more receptive. There is so much greater receptivity this year compared to 5 years ago. It's an awakening. It's just really quite incredible, and we're delighted to have been to be part of that, because we can be used. The architects and engineers for 9/11 Truth have produced a lot of material, researched by others like Dr. Stephen Jones and Niels Harrit, and many others who have done the work well before us. You, of course, from the very beginning and even before. But Dr. David Ray Griffin, who came along, got his message and books out there on the radio, which was what kind of woke me up about 4 years ago. I knew nothing. I was a Reagan Republican. I was a regular, architect, and all of a sudden I'm being hit over the head with a 2x4 that reality is different. It's not the same. I'm not living in the same country all of a sudden that I was, because if 9/11 was some sort of an inside operation, that changed everything. And I realized I had to, when I looked around, where are the architects and engineers who are talking about this? And there were almost none. And now we've got 1,280 of them on our petition, and we're many more that have become aware that won't, for the unfortunate reasons, like they don't want to be discriminated against or lose their job or something, they won't sign our petition. But the millions of Americans are waking up to this.
Well, Richard, we salute your courage, and we salute the other architects and engineers and physicists and the peer-reviewed journals for their courage. And, it's simple. You're faced with a lie this big. If you buy into it, if you submit to this lie, then they'll tell you DU isn't bad for you when they know it's killing people en masse. They'll body scan you with radiation and say they're not recording the images and get caught lying. Yeah, I mean, the point is, clearly, this isn't freedom that's being foisted on us, and it has nothing to do with keeping us safe from terrorists. This is what's happened to every other third world country where its own military-industrial complex takes it over in the name of keeping people safe. It's just a 21st century, more sophisticated version of it, and Free Humanity is challenging this lie on every front, and I hope folks will go to the press conference tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, there at Building 7, the new Building 7 at Ground Zero, and be part of that and support the families of the victims and the firefighters and police and others that are going to be there with you. I look forward to having you on next week to give us a quick report on the aftermath of this weekend, as well as Luke Radowski and others from New York and other vigils and demonstrations that are being held, not just in the United States in every major city, but worldwide. Richard Gage, thank you so much for joining us. Fire out quickly the website for architects and engineers for 9/11 Truth.
Yes, it's ae911truth.org, and look into the sky in New York City for something special on the evening of 9/11.
All right, great job.